What's up, y'all? Malcolm Reed here from How to Barbecue Right. When you're in the Chattanooga area and you're looking for barbecue supplies, you got to check out my buddy Steve's Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply. And Steve and his staff have all your outdoor grilling, smoking, live fire, cooking supplies. You can find my Killer Hog stuff there, plus a ton of other cool stuff. So y'all stop in and see Steve. Tell him Malcolm sent you.
Thank you, Malcolm Reed. Welcome to the Owl's Nest Barbecue Show, Tuesday night edition. I'm Steve Ray. Right there is Pete Branton. Down below is Cameron Parker. What's up, gentlemen?
What's going on, Steve?
Yeah, we're waiting for our friend, our new friend, James Webb will be joining us shortly. We got plenty to talk about until James gets here. Of course, James Webb, if you've never heard that name, he is the third-ranked major league eating person in the United States, coming off a big win in Pigeon Forge last weekend that we're going to talk about, and a big second place finish in Knoxville at the bologna eating contest, where I got to meet him in person.
Nice.
About that.
See, you're just rubbing elbows with all the celebrities these days.
And those guys, in those guys' circles, I am.
It's because of that shirt he's wearing.
That's what I feel like it is. I mean, that's a sharp shirt right there, Steve.
Look here.
Wait, if I wanted to get my hands on one like that, where would I find
Look
that?
here. Hang on, get off this stuff.
If you wanted to get your hands on one of them shirts,
Yeah, where would I find a shirt like that, Steve?
You can't buy a shirt like this. You don't make enough money.
That's a fact.
This is a rich man's shirt. This is a rich man's shirt. Get that Amazon in the hot dog department. Let's just start off, okay? No chit chat, we did have a poll question, but I can't put it up because it's going to get in the way when James joins us. But the poll question is, could you eat 30 chicken wings in 20 minutes? Pete, we'll start with you.
yes. Now,
Cameron,
Yes.
you could.
Yeah, I think so.
30 chicken wings in 20 minutes.
Yeah, 20 minutes is a long time.
it's a long time.
There's plenty of time for
30 chicken wings is a lot of meat.
It's a good bit of meat.
Yep, I could do it.
Well, and there's a distinction now. Which wings are we talking about? Are we talking Mexi wings? Or are we talking like, the standard ones that you get in a lot of like the food trucks?
Well, I don't know. I guess just a standard. What's a standard chicken wing?
That's a
So
great
I would,
question. I mean,
a standard chicken wing to me is what you get normally going to most restaurants, little places that are doing chicken wings. Very few places have the jumbo wings, what I call jumbo wings, like Southeastern meats that we buy. I don't know that I could eat 30 of them. Them drummies are like half a chicken.
Well, those are
Eagles wings. Yeah. They're Eagles wings.
But truthfully, 20 minutes is a long time.
Yeah.
I think I could eat, probably could eat 30 of them, but I'd be full. There's no doubt.
You could pace yourself out, for 30 wings at 20 minutes. Like even the big wings, I feel like I could power through that.
I hear a challenge coming. Coming a Saturday midday.
I got time, baby.
Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply Wing Challenge.
I'm in. You in, Cameron?
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. What's on the line?
Well, we'll find something big.
I'm going to want that shirt.
30. I'll be a man to wear this shirt.
How many wings I got to eat to get that shirt?
That's right.
How many hot dogs you got to eat to get this shirt? We're going to talk about that too later with James Webb. Coming up, the 2026 Ooltewah Barbecue Brawl. It's going to be this Saturday at Cambridge Square, 11 o'clock to 4 o'clock. The weather is going to be perfect. Weather is going to be just perfect. We're expecting a huge crowd. All the merchants are excited. Cameron, you've been over there. They're talking about it. I've had a couple calls from a couple of the merchants tell me what they're going to serve. Miguel from 1885 called and said he's going to have a special pork sandwich set up. And
nice.
Let's see, he was going to have something else.
I saw David. Did y'all see David Roberts?
Yeah, his menu. He posted his menu.
Wow, he's got a menu.
Have you guys heard what Rondell's cooking?
Did you see the pork belly that Rondell's going to cook?
Oh, yeah, he messaged me today. I was so
Jeff Maxwell, who's in the chat room right now, he was in the gas station today trying to come up with some ideas on something unique to serve. There's going to be a lot of unique barbecue.
I think so.
I'll tell you who I'm excited is Game Day Social, because so I was in there when I went to shoot some content for the thing, and I was talking with Peter, the owner, and he's like, "Dude, I have no idea what I'm doing." Like, I was like, "But you wanted to enter?" He's like, "Yeah, I want to try something new." I love that. I respect that. Like, he has no idea what he's doing, and he.
Thank you, Brent. You win, Brent. You win the $10.
Quit
gift certificate.
kissing up to him, Brent.
You win the $10 free gas gift certificate from us.
I think he meant like, wow, Steve, nice shirt.
Yeah, I felt some sarcasm in that comment.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Well, I'm gonna have that. It's not hard to find new hosts. Okay, we went through that. Now let's get serious. This is serious stuff here.
Real
Saturday, June 6th, 11 to 4 at Cambridge Square, the 2026 Ooltewah Barbecue Brawl. It is brought to you by our state representative Greg Vital, our county commissioner Jeff Eversole of District 10, and our District 9 commissioner Steve Highlander were kind enough to pitch in for the prize pot. See, the guys are not only selling barbecue, they're competing with pork loin and steak for a $4,000 prize purse. That's where all the money goes, is in this prize purse. Every bit of money that we collect goes to the prize purse. And like first place, and like when they turn in the pork loin, whoever comes in first place is going to get $1,000. And then it goes down to fourth place. Then when we turn in steak, the guy who wins first place in steak, $1,000. So you could come there and cook, make a bunch of money, selling your barbecue, and then if you win the contest, good gosh almighty.
Well, I guess theoretically one person could win both, right? If they win both.
Oh, absolutely. You could win both.
Like, that's a lot of money.
Absolutely. You could win both. I'll say this. There's a donut eating contest in Washington, D.C. coming up this weekend. And our buddy James Webb's going to be there. He's the reigning champion. The total prize purse there is only $3,000. So how about that?
That's right.
Take that, Major League Eating. All right. So
Major League Cooking.
Now your host for the day.
$4,000, man. I mean, that's a good purse.
That's a lot of money.
It's a good purse. I put in some money, and those three guys put in the money, and all the money that the teams are putting in, all that money is going to go to the prize purse too. So it's a labor of love, is what it is. Your host for the day is none other than Cameron Parker. I guess you're excited, aren't you, Cameron?
I am. It's going to be.
You will be in front of a lot of people. You'll be in front of a lot.
I'm kind of used to that, and and that's just where I have the most fun. Like, give me a mic, let me walk around and talk to all these teams, and we're just gonna have a blast.
My sound man and DJ is Carl Sodergren, as always. The team liaison. For all the teams, if they need something, I guess we should call him the concierge, the team concierge. Should they need something, is Sam Braden?
Yeah, I mean, if you go to the hotel, you go to the concierge, right?
Yeah, if you need something, you go to Sam. Sam's a big old guy too. If you get out of hand, he can.
And you run from Sam.
He can put a whooping on. He's a policeman with TVA. The space is being gladfully provided by the staff and management and the establishments of Cambridge Square. They just provide this space, no charge.
Yeah, that's amazing of them too. Because look, that space is beautiful. They have put some time and some money and some effort, and you've got the stage, you've got the green space, all the beautiful flowers and stuff. I mean, they've really gone above and beyond out there.
Yeah. So,
but you know what? It also will bring them new people in, different people at different times that haven't probably been there. And so it's an opportunity for them for advertisement, no doubt, big time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's a bunch of restaurants in there, boutiques. I mean, so much good stuff. And Hoptown is having their 11th anniversary on the same day. They are serving, and it's going to be a good time.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about a little bit later. We're going to talk about the schedule and the food and the people who are judging it and the people that are going to be in the thing. But first, what I want to do. It's coming off a second place finish to Joey Chestnut in the Elm Hill Bologna Challenge in Knoxville just a few weeks ago, where this man consumed 12 3/4 pounds of smoked bologna and got to meet me in person, which is far bigger than the contest. And just last week won the kickoff to summer at Mountain Mile in Pigeon Forge where he chomped down 256, by God, chicken wings in 10 minutes.
Wow.
Setting a new world record, not approached by any man or woman on this earth. Ladies and gentlemen, and others, I give you from the smallest continent on earth, but one of the larger countries on earth, and that would be Australia, my new good friend, Mr. James Webb. James, how are you doing, man?
Hey guys, I'm good. Thanks. How are you?
Good to hear from you. Do you want to go grab a snack real quick?
I'm just honestly, I've been eating like an idiot all day. It's good to take a break.
Good to meet you, James.
Nice to meet you guys.
I'm so happy that you could be with us today. This is a big deal for us. I know it's not a big deal for you, but this is a big deal for us.
I appreciate you guys having me on. Thank you so much.
Yeah, being a person of your stature. Coming up, let's do real quick. You're in Virginia right now, but you'll be in the nation's capital, defending your crown with the National Donut. Friday is National Donut Day, and Saturday James will be there at the National Donut Day donut eating contest. Where last year you ate 64 donuts in 8 minutes.
God, that is a lot.
Now,
what kind of donuts are these now? Are these like cake donuts?
They're like, the brand is Bake Mark, and they're like the original glazed ones. I think they're like 4 ounces a donut or something.
Okay.
Are they real soft?
I gotta
like a Krispy Kreme donut. Are they real soft and ooey gooey?
They're a bit bigger than Krispy Kreme. They're actually really delicious. They're actually pretty fluffy, and like the glaze is actually awesome.
Good.
Oh man.
So that's enjoyable too.
well, James, you being the sportsman and the competitor that you are, what's the over under this year?
Can I be honest? If the weather's good, I want to break my record. I want to get over. So my record's 70 actually. I did 70 the year before. Last year was a bit less than my record, so I want to try and break my record this year.
How many records do you have?
I have I think it's 11 world records and 2 Guinness World Records.
Wow.
What are the Guinness World Records?
So I have 9 soft shell tacos in 60 seconds, and I have 1 kilo of mozzarella in a minute 22 with no hands.
But 9 tacos in 60
How many people have tried that for the record to begin with?
Well, the Guinness World Records are a big deal. Like for a Guinness World Record, like they fly you to Italy to their base, their headquarters. And so when I was doing the mozzarella world record, there was I think there was 12 people from around the world. They all flew us in, and basically it's like you get a day to prep, and then when you're on stage, the winner gets the world record.
Oh, so it's an on stage, like everybody all at once. You're not just in like a room and you can focus.
Oh no, like it's like so their set, if you want to call it, it's the size of like a stadium. And there's something like 1,000 cameras. Like I've never seen anything like this. Like, so in Italy, right? Obviously they speak Italian, but at any one time on the set, they can speak 25 languages. So you have a everyone's got their own microphone. And so if you're Spanish, I speak English, someone's Italian, whatever. There was Japanese there. We all can communicate, because if you're talking to me in a different language, someone's translating in the ear. It's like a proper.
That's kind of like the things they have like in Congress and stuff, like because they have those whenever they do like world summits and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like Big Brother. You can't even go to the bathroom without them knowing where you are. It's pretty crazy.
That's nuts.
You're
thought about that.
Your full-time job is eating and social media. Tell me about your decked out. What's the can?
The can. That's my clothing brand.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Where's that available?
It's available at cansyndicate.com, and it ships worldwide. Shameless plug.
That's good. Hey, that's good. Do they make shirts like this? You got a hot dog shirt yet, James?
Not yet. I think Joey Chestnut owns the hot dog crown, so I think he would be wrong to do a hot dog T-shirt.
Hey, I got to ask a question. When you were talking about 256 wings, is that what it was?
Last weekend, yeah.
Yeah. So I got to ask, the wings, just like I asked about the donut, are these wings like fried, crispy? Are they more like a baked, softer? How?
So every wing contest is different. It obviously depends on the sponsor. The ones on the weekend, they happen to be smoked wings. So they
Okay.
were smoked wings with barbecue sauce, and they're actually delicious. Like, to be honest, a lot of contest food, it's not always that great because when you're cooking, like for example, like there was 12 competitors. We each had 25 pounds of wings in front of us. So you do the maths, right? That's
Yeah.
like what? Over 250 pounds of wings. You would expect them to not be so great, right? But these guys, man, they served them hot. They were warm, full of sauce. It was actually a really good contest.
James, hold that thought. I've got a bad clip, but I do have a clip of you competing in Pigeon Forge, which is just 2 hours and 15 minutes from where we're at right now. I don't know what happened. Let's see it start again. Of course, that's Nick on the left. That's you in the middle.
And
James
Jeff
Esper
on the
on the right.
Yeah.
And there's Mickey Sudo, James Weary's wife, and OG is the tall kid.
Yep.
And look at Mickey just shoving him in there. Look at James taking a break. Jaws pumped up full.
So are you drinking water?
I use cranberry juice.
Oh, okay.
Oh, are these all flats, or are they a mix?
No, they're a combo of drums and flats.
Okay.
Tell me about the cranberry juice thing, because you delved into that on your documentary that I watched this morning, which was fascinating, by the way.
Thank
Everybody, you. It's James Webb Can Eat. It's on Amazon Prime. So I mean, this guy, you won't find the Steve Ray documentary on Amazon Prime, I assure you. But James Webb has one. That's how big time this guy is. Tell us about the cranberry juice.
So I guess firstly, we all kind of have our own drink of choice. We all kind of have our own preference. You can use any drink you want as long as it's non-alcoholic. I have a bit of a sweet tooth. Personally, I prefer like a contrast, right? So when obviously the wings, they're going to be salty. So something really sweet helps me like cut the flavor down really quick. And cranberry juice, in this country, you guys have so many variations. There's cranberry, cran grape, cran apple, cran pineapple, cran mango. So I kind of just go and I just change it up. So, and I never get sick of the flavor. So, the last week I used cran pineapple. This Friday I'm going to use cran mango. You know what I mean? Like when there's a new flavor coming out, I give it a go. So but they're all so sweet. So I really enjoy the sweetness, and there's a variation. So I'm not always drinking the same thing.
Okay. And so it just helps you eat more.
Yeah, to be honest, like a lot of the boys use like Kool-Aid or Gatorade or whatever. Mm-hmm. I prefer something really sweet, just to help me cut the flavor down and change the flavor in my mouth a little bit.
So does the barbecue sauce obviously make the wing a little moisture, where you would use less liquid because it's moisture and you could eat it better that way? Or
yes and no, but when you're 5 or 6 or 7 or 10 pounds deep of anything, the flavor, no matter what it is, you're sick of it. So you need something very quick to like change the flavor so you can keep eating.
Okay.
In your documentary, you said something that was interesting, and I want you to. I watched it, and you explained in the documentary that in any eating contest, I think it was the 7th minute is the most important part of the contest.
Yep.
Can you explain that to everyone watching and listening?
Yes. So majority of contests we do here in the Major League, they're 10 minutes long. And generally, with 3 minutes to go, you'll find that's when, for lack of a better term, you separate the boys from the men. By the 7th minute mark, everyone's kind of tapped out, and it becomes, very mental. And then like you're relying on your rhythm and your technique and your capacity at that point, because like by the 7th minute, like everyone wants to go home. Everyone just wants to go to bed, have a cold shower and go to bed. Like I'm done, right? So it's important you kind of kick through that barrier, because the last 2 minutes, like they fly. Like honestly, the last 2 minutes feels like 30 seconds. And like when you get so we get like warnings, right? When you hear that like 2-minute warning, all you're thinking about is just shut up, keep eating, shut up, keep eating. And you're just like trying to get it down. And like, you're not even thinking anymore. It's just like autopilot. So the 7th minute, if you drop off too far, you can't catch the top people and the gap widens. So that's why, in my opinion, the 7th minute is the hardest minute. And it's the most important minute too, because like if you can keep pace with the top guys beyond the 7th minute, you're in with a chance to win.
In Knoxville, you finished second to Joey Chestnut. He had 16 pounds. You had 12 3/4 pounds. It was a real fight between you, Pat, and Nick. I mean, y'all were just, a couple pounds separated, the three of y'all. What is it that Joey's, what gear does he have that he can kick it in? And 4 pounds. I mean, that's probably a pretty good win. I'd say 4 pounds over second place. What separates? I'm definitely not gonna say the men from the boys because you're a pretty big boy. But what separate? What is that separation with Joey Chestnut and everybody else?
Well, I'm gonna start by saying the numbers you just mentioned, like a 4-pound win. That's why Joey's the GOAT, right? Like there's no disputing that, right? Like, you know what, Joey has off days. We've all beaten Joey here or there once or twice, right? But Joey's the GOAT. Like Joey could keep eating. Like I talk about the 7th minute mark. He's pumping it from the 1st minute to the 10th minute. Like that guy is crazy. He's also a very big lad. Like I'm 6'1". I think he's 6'3", 6'4". The guy's got like size 14, 15 feet. Like he's a big boy, right? So
he's got room. He's got more room.
Yeah, he's got the real estate, right? He's genetically, he's built for this game, right?
Yeah.
And truthfully, if you watch any food contest, right? Firstly, like, in the contests where like it's, say it's me, Jeff, Pat, and Joey all standing, and Nick standing next to each other, you just see the pure size difference, number one, right? So Joey's stomach is the length of my whole upper body. He's a big lad. His hands, bigger than mine. So anything that involves crushing food, he's already, a second ahead of you because it's already dismantled before it gets to his mouth. The size of his neck and his mouth, man, the guy doesn't chew. He's like a seagull, just down the gullet. Like,
and I've seen that in hot dogs. I mean, I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah. So truthfully, like the longer the contest, the more capacity. Joey is a beast because he just has that real estate that a lot of us don't have. So, it's like we're all trying. Don't get me wrong. Like we all want to beat him, but like sometimes you just know, like, man, like 4 pounds, you just like, if I had another 2 minutes, I probably couldn't have eaten 4 pounds more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're just fighting for second at that point.
Yeah, but that's also like he's been doing this for what, 22, 23 years?
Yeah.
Like I'm 4 years in. He's got almost 20, 19, 20 years on me in experience, right? And truthfully, like I'm not for a second am I saying I'm ever going to beat Joey or be better than Joey, but truthfully, experience does count. Like he's done more contests than a lot of us put together. You know what I mean? And a lot of it's experience. Like, if you look at the contests the last like 1 to 2 years, okay, you've got a few of the blowouts that involve Joey, but a lot of the other ones, they're very close. Like last year, Pat beat me by 1 chicken nugget. And then I beat Jeff by half a sandwich. Like it's really close for a lot of the times. And that really comes down to experience. Honestly, Jeff is the best. When it comes to that last 30 seconds, Jeff Esper, man, the guy's the GOAT at mastering that last 30 seconds. If it's neck and neck or he's slightly behind with 30 seconds to go, man, he's gonna beat you.
So he's got an extra gear. He's got an overdrive.
He just keeps the rhythm so clean. And truthfully, like, if a contest does come down to it where Jeff and Joey are neck and neck with 30 seconds to go, honestly, I would have my money on Jeff to like give him a good run because like it's about keeping pace. The thing is, right, a lot of it's mental too. Yeah. When the announcer's like, oh, Joey's hit 15 pounds and damn right you're on 12. You're like, oh shit, like I can't catch this guy. You know what I mean? Like up here. But if it's like, oh, there's a chicken wing in it or, half a hot dog, hell yeah. It's that fire in the belly for lack of a better term. Right. Yeah. So there's a lot that goes into it, but truthfully, that bologna contest, it just shows that Joey he's a superior being, man. The guy's like Terminator.
Hey, so I got you brought up a good point I'm interested in. So you've only been doing it with 3 years, you said, right?
4 years.
4 years. 4 years. So, and Joey, so obviously in 4 years, each of these eating contests you're doing, what do you pick up on these? Like this last one, you learn something in each one of these that you think the next time I'm going to do this different. I'm going to try this different. I picked up something I could have done better.
Yeah, definitely. Look, to be honest, I think without sounding like too much of a nerd, but like my due diligence that I've done watching people's videos and things like this and the training that I do is why I've been able to come so far in 4 years. Like without being a dick about it, if you look at the stats, I've won more competitions in 4 years than some people have won in 10.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've had a very good run, a very quick, I guess, rise to the top 5, which is pretty crazy. I don't know anyone off the top of my head that's got 10 world records in 4 years. You know, besides Joey, Joey's the GOAT. Yeah, Joey's something else. Yeah, like Joey was.
Well, I mean, that's like prime Tiger Woods. Like everybody's just fighting for second at that point when he's on the course.
Yeah, you know. So and look, to be fair, like whilst we all want to be the best, like you pay homage and you show respect. Not only respect your elders, but you respect your fellow athletes and your fellow competitors, right? Like Joey, he's a fierce competitor. Like he doesn't like to lose. So, you know, not only is he like got the hunger to win all the time, he's so freaking good.
Yeah.
You know?
So I gotta ask this because like I'm fascinated with the fact, like I love the fact that you know where you are in this game. Like, right? You're doing incredibly well 4 years in. You're not Joey yet. So my question is, 10 years from now, are you crushing Joey's records? Like where do you see yourself?
I think for as long as Joey wants to compete, he's going to be the top dog. I think it's always like, oh, you know, people go on too long in sports, whatever. I think for as long as Joey wants it, no one's going to dethrone him. But in my opinion, the way things are going, if you give me 10 years, hey, I'm not saying look, don't get me wrong. Joey's also a little bit older than me. Okay. So, you know, in 10 years, if he's 50, like, of course, like, I'm not trying to say like, let us go in 10.
No, we get it.
But I think if we look at the same records, like let's take Nathan's, right? Let's say right now, I think Joey's record's 76. It could possibly take me 10 years to get to 76. But do I think in 10 or 11 years or 12 years, I could be doing 77? Hell yeah, I think I can be.
And I think that's what Cameron was asking. I really thinking down the road.
Thing, like all things being equal, you know, fast forward and put, you know, 10-year in the forward you, like I that's kind of like it, like, you know, where you see yourself going to be.
Yeah, I think so. Look, and that's not me being like cocky or arrogant. That's just me. I'm a competitor. I want to be the best.
Exactly.
That's me. I want to be the best. And truthfully,
I love this version of a competitor.
Like,
honestly, I have no interest in watching a competitor who's just like, oh, I'm all right.
No, but truthfully, like you're always eyeing Joey's records. Like no matter what. Like for example, let's take the donut contest on the weekend, right? Actually, you know, random fact: this donut contest 4 years ago was the first major league contest I ever won. So it's sentimental to me. Yeah. And at the time, Joey's record was 55 donuts. And I broke the record and won my first ever contest at 59 and a half. Now, Joey didn't compete. Okay, so I'm not saying that I beat Joey, but I beat one of his previous records, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Same as a few other contests. I've beaten some of Joey's, you know, previous records. So hell yeah, like I'm always gunning for Joey's record. So when Joey retires,
that's awesome.
I'm gonna eat that shit up, man. That's the whole
I love it.
Well, I tell you,
exactly. I love it.
I'll say this: if you doubt this man's intensity, watch his documentary.
No, you gotta be fired.
There
up,
are some
awesome.
intense moments in that documentary that James demonstrates, and you can tell what a competitor he is. It reminds me a lot of Tom Brady. When they interview Tom Brady, he's all nice, Mr. America, great guy, big grins, big dimples, I'm cute and everything. But then when they do football videos of him, he's the meanest SOB out there on the field.
Yeah.
And James isn't far behind him either.
Yeah,
so
when the lights are up and the mics are hot, that's when you get after it.
Yeah, and I think as well, like healthy competition is good for everybody. Like,
Absolutely.
we all push each other.
Absolutely.
And like the truth is, when Joey's next to you on stage, like you find an extra gear because you just like,
Yeah.
it's there's an element of me, I want to prove myself, you know? There's an element of me, I want to put on a good show. But then there's the element where I'm so competitive. Like, okay, coming second is great. And look, don't get me wrong, coming second to Joey Chestnut, like that's a massive achievement. Like, don't get me wrong, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But when
And
it's
I can tell every competition you're just watching Joey, and you're just
yeah,
get to him.
100%. Because
I gotta get to him.
even though I came second and he beat me by 4 pounds, I'm like, damn it. Like, if it was 3, all right, but 4, I'm like, there's work to do. You know what I mean?
Hey, James, if you were eating next to Joey, say at the hot dog contest, and he ate a hot dog, it went down. Would you help him, or would you keep eating, or would you go, wow, that's too bad?
You know, the truth is, you wouldn't notice.
Really?
So, do you remember a few years ago when the protester went on stage at Nathan's and Joey chokeslammed him? Did you see that film?
Yes, I do. I do remember that. And he
Right,
kept
so-
eating.
But no one, the only reason Joey noticed him is because he bumped Joey. None of us knew what was happening at the time.
Because you're
The truth
locked
is,
in.
you're so honestly, the truth is, and this is not me being a dick, don't get me wrong. If my fellow competitor was choking, man, hell yeah, I don't want anyone to get hurt. But the truth is, you don't know what's going on around you. It's like white noise, and I'm telling you, it's selective hearing. Like, you hear a few things. One of them is the announcer saying you've got like 2 minutes left, 1 minute left. Like, that's a few things. You hear yourself burping and slurping, but you don't really hear anything else around you because it's a rhythm. Like, if it's hot dogs, for example, all you're thinking is 2-2-1, 2-2-1, and you're just worried about your rhythm, keeping your rhythm. So you don't actually realize what anyone else is doing.
You know, you brought up something about athletes training. When we went to Knoxville, my sister and her husband met me there, and she knew nothing about your sport, really knew nothing about what she was about to watch. And she asked me, she goes, "Are all these guys big fat guys?" And I said, no, not at all.
One of them.
I said, the big fat guys don't ever do good. It's the little skinny guys that win. Explain your workout regimen, because you're a workout freak. You and Nick Weary especially, and Jeffrey Espers know he spends time in the gym too. Talk a little bit about the training.
So I think there's a bit of an overlap, right? So obviously, in any sport, any athlete, they're wired a little bit differently, right? Whether it's a football preseason, dieting for bodybuilding, endurance running or cycling, there's an element of like, we love pain, or we can push ourselves. We're like intrinsically motivated. Yeah. There's an element of that.
Mm-hmm.
Eating to the point where you're going to explode, and then you're trying to figure out how you can eat more later, right? Well, there's an element of we're not wired correctly. So there's that crossover, right? But the other part of it is like, it's like, okay, if I hold my breath a little bit longer, I can eat more. But inherently, to hold your breath, you got to be fit. So there's this like vicious cycle of the fitter you are, the drive you need internally to get fitter, to be able to eat more like a dickhead. So there's this weird crossover where it's like, the harder you can push yourself in the fitness world, the harder you're able to push on stage eating. So they kind of go hand in hand.
It's incredibly interesting. Because you're right. I mean, the competitions go against everything you do throughout the week to try to stay fit. Like it's completely counterintuitive.
But truthfully, it's like the best athletes, it's who can hurt the most. Whether it's football, endurance, whatever it is. I compare competitive eating to like combat sports, boxing, MMA, things like that. It's like who can deal with the most pain and pounce on the opportune moment, right? That's competitive eating. Who can hurt the most? If you can be comfortable being uncomfortable and just do your thing, like you got a chance to win. I know that sounds really random, but it's like, look at a combat sport. They have to diet, cut weight, put their body through hell to get punched in the face on game day. We're just getting slapped around by a bunch of hot dogs.
But you've got a very athletic background, don't you?
Yeah, so I was a pro soccer player once upon a time. Then I got into bodybuilding, and now I'm a competitive eater.
And now I eat. I love
So
it.
we interviewed Pat. You remember when we interviewed Pat last year?
Yeah, Pat Bertoletti.
Pat Bertoletti last year, and one thing, Pat, I was going to ask you the same thing. One thing I asked him was like the day before when when you get there, he was talking about he practiced. He's still getting ready for this eating contest. And he was told me that like the night before he ordered an extra large pizza, and he's telling me all this stuff that he does. And do you eat? You got to continuously eat to kind of prep yourself to eat that much?
Yeah. So I guess, look, again, it's like the drink. We all kind of have our own method. Yeah. So if the contest is on Saturday, personally, what I do, Monday through Wednesday, I'm eating like a complete asshole, eating until I can, explode. Thursday, I load fluid a lot, like to the point of like I'm not eating, I'm just loading fluid.
Mm-hmm.
Friday, 24-hour fast. And then Saturday's game day.
Okay.
So
you call that the cleanse? Is that the cleanse you call that?
I just call it fasting because I don't really want to think about what it's doing to me on the inside.
Well,
I'm sure.
I talked with Joey. He said he called that the cleanse, that he was cleansing.
I think we all call it whatever helps us get it justified up here.
Sleep better that night.
You know what I mean?
And so then you're ready. Then it's game on.
Yeah, and look, we all have our own methods, but that's what I find works for me. I know a lot of the boys. Obviously, like I'm blessed, right? For a job, I make YouTube videos. I'm a content creator. I'm competitive elite. I know a lot of the other boys. They have day jobs, so they've got to fit in their practice and stuff around. Like Pat's a chef, so I know Pat. Some of his practices are at like midnight when he gets home from work off shift. You know what I mean? Like the guy's a soldier. The guy's in his basement in Chicago just pumping hot dogs at like 1 a.m., so respect, you know what I mean? So we all kind of have our own method depending on what works for us. And I think that's the beauty of what we do. We all come from different like backgrounds, all different walks of life. We all do different things and we all have different strategies. And I think that's what makes it so fun.
So before you started and got into this 4 years ago, you went out and did your homework and said, this is what I want to go after. And I know I'm a competitor. Did you go out and read about any of this and look at, food eating?
Or did you just like see Joe and you just say,
here I come?
So it's actually quite the opposite. So back in Australia, I did a food challenge once just as a complete joke. Before this, prior to this, 5-6 years ago, I wasn't on social media. Never did social media. I did a food challenge back in Australia, like as a complete joke. And the owner of the restaurant actually filmed it and put it on social media. And that's what kind of blew it up. And then I got contacted by other I had no idea what competitive eating was. I got contacted by other competitive eaters in Australia. And they're like, dude, bless you.
Thanks.
They're like, dude, you got to go do these other challenges. I'm like, okay, cool. Went and did them. And I went back on the Facebook group like, hey guys, like I did the challenge, like anything else. They're like, you're a liar. I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, if you didn't film it, it didn't happen. I'm like, what are you talking about? So then I'm like, all right. I went and started filming videos. And then I started just filming videos and I still not really knowing much about competitive eating. And there's levels, yeah? I didn't realize like competitive eating Australia is like somewhere like down here and America's like somewhere up here, right? Yeah. And then I got a random message on TikTok from one of the American guys saying, hey, you need to come compete in the major league. I'm like, the hell is that? Anyway, they said, you got to email this guy, blah, 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 whatever. Emailed the major league. They're like, okay, if you're serious and you want to come from Australia, you can come and compete in Blacksburg, Virginia. I'm like, I said to my wife, she was my girlfriend at the time. I said to Kate, you want to go to America and do an eating competition? She's like, all right, can we go to Disneyland on the way home? I'm like, all right. So I turned up to this pizza place in Blacksburg, Virginia. No idea about anything. No idea. No freaking clue, okay? I was competing against Jeff Esper, Darren Breeden, Katina, all these people that are big time. I'm like, hey, man, I'm James from Australia. Like, what's happening, And obviously, before that, I'd never prepped. I'd never done that, nothing. I had no idea. I just kind of didn't eat breakfast that day, And I came second to Jeff Esper, who at the time I didn't know this. He was the pizza guy. he has all the pizza records at this time. He had just beaten Joey at a very famous pizza joint in somewhere where it was a big deal. And Jeff beat me by, I think it was like one slice of pizza. And my wife's like, well, Kate's like, that was pretty good. I'm like, yeah, it was. And then the next week, well, we were in America. We went to Disney World in Florida. The MLE emailed me back saying, hey, we see you're in Florida. There's a contest this weekend coming in West Palm in Florida. Do you want to go and do it? I'm like, okay. So I turned up to this corn contest. Again, no freaking idea, right? I turned up and I think I finished 5th place. You know, there was Darren again, there was Gideon, there was Mickey, there was Nick, all these Darian, all these people. And I came 5th. I'm like, oh, that's pretty crappy. Anyway, I'll never forget this day. Gideon pulled me aside and he's like, dude, you did really well today. And I'm like, no, I didn't. I came 5th. If you're not first, you're last. You know what I mean? He's like, notice you didn't get any debris penalties. I'm like, well, yeah. He's like, we all got penalized. He's like, you need to learn how to competitively eat. He's like, you're good at this. You need to learn how to play the game. And he's like, you ate more corn than any of us today, but you didn't play the game and you didn't place well because you didn't know how to not bend the rules, but
take them to their limit.
Yeah.
Work within the rules. Yeah, work within the confined space of the rules.
Yeah,
the
sometimes
gray area
is the best play.
And that's when I took notice. People are drinking Gatorade. People are doing certain things with their this and that, you know, setting up their table, and there's a rhythm and routine. And I'm like, interesting. Anyways, lo and behold, went off to Disney World, finished off our holiday. I'm in Dallas-Fort Worth Airport, ready to fly back to Australia, and I got an email from the Major League saying, we want to offer you a professional contract. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Cool. Signed it, went back to Australia. All the Australian competitive eaters like, oh my God, you've got to do Nathan's. You've got to go to Coney Island. And blah. I'm like, what the hell is Nathan's? And then a week later, I got an email, the generic Major League email saying, hey guys, these are the Nathan's qualifiers. If you want to, you know, register your interest for a qualifier, the boys are like, let's do this, man. Let's do this. I'm like, I've never eaten a hot dog in my life. Lo and behold, signed up for a qualifier.
Wait, you've never had a hot dog?
So in Australia, what you guys call a hot dog, we don't have that. So we have sausages, beef sausages, or we have frankfurts.
Okay.
Then what you guys call a hot dog, we don't actually have something like that.
Interesting.
I know that sounds really random,
What
but
a sad
hot dog,
place.
a hot dog is not a sausage or a frankfurt. It's something in between, right?
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Anyway, so the boys are like, we're in my
We don't have
apartment.
koala bears, so go ahead.
Exactly. So I signed up for Nathan's. I had a 2-week period to go to Oakland. The boys are in my little apartment. We're training hot dogs. They're yelling at me. They're teaching me how to dunk and do all this crazy shit. I'm looking up YouTube. What is everyone else doing? Dunking this and squashing that and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, all right, I can do this. I'm a fast learner. Let's go. I go to Oakland, win the qualifier. I'm going to Nathan's. And that's what changed everything for me. That's when I'm like, okay, I need to learn how to get better at this. I want to be good. I'm decent right now just by winging it. But I'm like, all right, I'm going to watch YouTube videos. I'm going to study these guys. I'm going to watch what they do, and I'm going to try to replicate that. And then obviously I take it a bit further, and I'm like, I'm going to see what works for me. I ate nothing but hot dogs for a month straight.
So, hey,
What a great
I'm
man.
going to ask a question. I know a lot of people probably think, but so when you do one of those contests, just like all those wings, when that contest is over and you're just bloated. What is it? You know, you get through all the people and all the stuff. What do? You go to relax. You got to go somewhere and like chill and
Yeah. So
how was that day or the next day after?
Once you get that big adrenaline dump and so you go like up, and then the contest is over, you kind of zero out. And then like 2 hours later, you get this dump. You're just exhausted. Obviously, you're full as a house. You're exhausted because you've barely slept the night before. You're dehydrated. You don't know if you're Arthur or Martha. Like your body is just like, what the hell, right?
Yeah.
And you get this big adrenaline dump. You get like hot and cold sweats. You're glued to the bathroom, like your ass is just dying. Your stomach is killing you. You're having cold showers, and honestly, you just pass out.
Hey, and I kind of figured that. I know I asked Pat that, and his was like, you know what? You don't even want to know how bad it is afterwards. I mean, so I was
And
just curious.
that's where it comes into it. Like we're gluttons for punishment, I guess. Like we know what's coming, but we want to try and like push extra limits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, NFL football players, they don't practice on Monday. They recover.
Exactly.
They got to recover.
So I've got a personal question for you. Okay. So
Go
you
ahead.
mentioned that when you started on all this, you were with your girlfriend, who's now your wife, right? Okay.
Yep.
So she's been with you through this entire process. So I guess the question is, okay, so at what point when you're up there and you're covered in slobber and food and spit and all that, does she look at you and go, "That's what I want to come home to every night"?
So firstly, I'm going to say that woman is the brains of this operation.
Oh, that's
She's
awesome.
Always
Okay.
a brain, a woman behind it, right?
Right?
I'm the guts. She's the brains. Okay. So number one, if I don't do good, I'm scared to see her after because she's my harshest critic.
Oh, so she's the one like, "Hey, you
If
had
I-
9 more hot dogs than you and you messed up."
So if I shit the bed, for lack of a better term, and I don't perform, she's like, "What happened? Did you not train properly? Did you skip out? Like, what's wrong?" You know,
That's awesome.
Because the thing is, like, truthfully, she's a saint. She lets me travel the world. You know, she's home in Australia right now. She gives birth in 2 weeks. My daughter's going to be born in 2 weeks, and I'm here doing a freaking.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But I'm here doing a freaking donut competition. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this woman is a saint. So if I shit the bed and I don't do well, she's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Ah." So, you know, that's what half the motivation.
You need that. That's probably a great driving force to have
awesome.
that.
100%. At that 7th minute mark, when I think I'm going to give up, I'm thinking of her saying like, "What the fuck, James?" And I'm like, "No,
Come
man,
here.
Like your face.
Well, hey, hold
You're
on now.
done.
There's only 32 more days to Nathan's. Are you going to be there for the birth?
Yeah, so I fly home on Tuesday next week. So
I mean, it takes
thing.
like what, 3 days to get to Australia by plane, doesn't it?
20 days and 14-hour time difference. Yeah, 20 hours and 14-hour time difference. But truthfully, the baby's due on the 18th. I arrive home on the 12th and I fly back to America to compete on the 26th in Minnesota. So the truth is this. Kate's like, "Listen, your donut contest is on the 5th. You fly back to Dallas on the 6th. You practice 7th, 8th, 9th hot dogs. You fly home on the 10th. You fly to Minnesota, compete on the 26th, 27, 28, 29. You practice hot dogs. You go to New York and get your shit together. You come home after New York." She's already mapped it out for me.
That's amazing.
I love that.
You've got a schedule for
She's like,
professional
"Don't
golfer.
you dare come back without a trophy."
I told
You're
you,
on the
she's
road all the
brains.
time.
She's the brains of everything. She books all my flights, all my hotels, all my cars, does all my emails.
Dude,
She
that
knows,
is
like,
amazing.
especially contest week. Contest week, I need to do everything I can to eat. I need to perform. And you know, the truth is, you know what you said before. At what point does she say, "Oh, like that's my man. Like I want to come home to him, whatever." Truthfully, at the start of all this in Australia, our little deserted island, everyone was hanging shit on me. Everyone was like, "You're an idiot. What are you doing? You're never going to do anything. You're not going to amount to this. You can't compete. The Americans are too good." So when I come home with world records and trophies, she's like, "Yeah, damn right."
Yes.
That's what's
Eat that. Eat that.
Get you
That's
some of that, you kangaroo. Yeah.
Well, truthfully, this is where this can brand came from, right? So a little backstory about my clothing brand. When I started blowing up on social media, competing, doing really well, everyone's like, "Yeah, okay, it's cool, but how long can you do it for and how are you going to make money? This, that, and the other," right? Okay, whatever. I'm like, "I'll do it. I'll figure it out." Anyway, in Australia, they don't really put much respect on what I do. Now they do, but back then they didn't. So I was getting a lot of, in this country, if you have a big social media following, you get brand deals, you get, you know, opportunities to speak on podcasts, media opportunities, like, you know, you get opportunity, right? They respect the hustle. No matter what your hustle is, they respect it. In Australia, if it's a little bit against the grain, they don't respect it. And I remember at the time, I was getting the runaround by a few big brands. One of them was a clothing brand. And they were just like, "Look, we see you got a big social media following, but like, we're talking to you, but like, we don't really want to work with you." I'm like, "I don't want to work with you either." So my wife's like, "You know what? We can do whatever the hell we want. Let's make our own clothes." I'm like, and truthfully, it wasn't, the clothing brand started not from wanting to have a clothing line, but so I didn't have to represent, you know, for example, right? Like everyone wears Nike. I'm not saying I had to run in with Nike, But in Australia, like we kind of all gravitated towards a few brands, like local Aussie brands, right? I'm like, I don't want to be associated with any of these brands. I don't want to give them any clout on my videos. I don't want to give them any, any form of time in anyone else's. If you're watching my videos, I don't want to give them any recognition because they treated me like shit, sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I made a clothing brand, or my wife made a clothing brand, so I don't have to wear anyone else's clothes. And that's what started it, right? And Cam, because everyone's been so negative, everyone's been naysaying and, just knocking me. And I'm like, and Kate's like, you can do it. You can do whatever the hell you want if you put your mind to it, right? I'm like,
Bro, that's awesome.
hell yeah, I can. And that's where the whole can thing started.
Nice.
I love it.
That's
I love
awesome.
it.
Like,
I
and
love it,
I've
James.
thumbed through the website. You've got some
What a
good
great story.
That was a great story.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, you've got some great looking stuff in there. I mean, I'm going to be buying something for sure. Like, I need to have a can shirt. Like, that's so cool.
I appreciate that. And you know what?
I'm the
truthfully-
same way. I'm thinking the same thing. While Steve's over here with his hot dog shirt, I need
That's
to have
right.
me a can shirt.
I appreciate that. Honestly, it started with and to be fair, if you look at the website, I have a weird style, okay? I wear like shorter shorts, baggy t-shirts, crew socks. In Australia, my style is not style. I get laughed at. The fact I still wear trucker caps, but I'm like, you know what? This is my brand. I can make whatever clothes I want. For a while there, those like flat brim snapbacks were in fashion, and I'm like, and like really baggy shorts. I'm like, yeah, nah, it's not me. It's my brand, my rules. I can have whatever the hell I want. This is really trivial, but like black crew socks in Australia, they're not a thing. But I like black crew socks because in an eating contest, white socks get thrashed. So I'm like, I'm going to sell black crew socks because I like black crew socks.
That's what I like.
This singlet is reversible. This basketball tank top is
There we
reversible. Right? Why? Because I walk into a restaurant, make a food video, my singlet gets dirty. I can just reverse it and walk out clean again, right? Like literally, I make things that suit me.
That's absolutely fantastic. I love that.
What did you think about Pigeon Forge?
You know what? I was so funny story. When we got told we'd gone to Pigeon Forge, I'm like, I looked it up on the map. I'm like, man, I'm gonna stay in Knoxville because at least I know in Knoxville it's civilized. I'm like, Pigeon Forge, it looks like there's nothing around it. What am I gonna do? Anyway, I'm driving, and the way I went was like proper scenic route. Like it was like the Amazon. There was no phone reception, countryside, and I'm like, I hope I'm going the right way. Like the map is not working anymore. Like my Spotify is not playing music. I'm like, oh, where am I going? I turn this corner and I see this Walgreens and a gas station. I'm like, oh, cool. Out of nowhere, the map starts talking. Turn right on like Mile End Road or whatever. And then I see a theme park, a shopping mall. And I'm like, where the hell am I? And then we get to where the Mountain Mile shopping mall is. And there's a Nike store, there's a Crumble Cookie, a Pandora shop. I'm like, where the hell am I? Yeah. So, and then like, it was mad. I'm like, I stayed all afternoon. Like Pigeon Forge was actually awesome. I really hope the contest comes back next year so I can stay in Pigeon Forge.
You know what's funny about that, James? In Knoxville, Pat was at Dollywood until 10 o'clock the night before the contest. He was in Pigeon Forge. He didn't get back to the hotel room till 11:30 at night.
He was holding out on me. He was holding out information on me.
Yeah, on Dollywood, because Dollywood's such a special place. he goes all the way from Chicago to go to Dollywood. I thought that was hilarious. I thought that was just.
I told you, competitive eaters. We're special breeds, man.
Yeah, y'all are great. So coming up, of course, the donut thing's coming up, and that's big. That's big. Don't get me wrong, but obviously Nathan's in 32 days. And as like you said in your documentary, that's the Super Bowl. That's, the prize purse there is 40 large. Compared to the others, that's big. What you'll roll in there? About the 1st of July?
Yeah, I'll get in probably the morning of the 2nd.
And then what will you try to take in some sights, or will you hang out with the guys, or what?
To be honest, it's very I know this sounds really strange, but it's pretty intense. Like the lead up to Nathan's, you got media, you've got all the preparation. We have a lot of briefings. It's very honestly, as an Australian, the whole Nathan's weekend is an experience of a lifetime. Like it's a lot, but it's the most intense, most fun, most draining weekend of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
But yeah, I'll just take it easy leading in and just do the media requirements, the briefings, and I'll just chill out, to be honest.
Is it a lot different doing that contest because it's on ESPN and of the time restraints than it is doing like a bologna eating contest in Knoxville?
Yes, but the biggest factor is no matter what, it's the best in the world going to be there, right? So you look at bologna, okay, there's most of us there, it's going to be a good lineup. But Nathan's, we've all worked our butts off to get there. It is the best 10 or 15 or 20 eaters in the world.
Yeah.
And that's the measuring stick. Like, truthfully, if you eat, look, and no disrespect, right? None. You win a bologna contest, you're the king of Knoxville. Cool, okay? You win or you do well at Nathan's, the whole country stops for that competition. Like, no BS. Like, I think 13 million people tuned in to watch it last year, and another 20,000 watched it live on site, right? So you're on show in front of, and truthfully, like, it's on ESPN around the world. Man, the biggest Australian sports betting company bet on me. I get people sending me their tickets. I get death threats. I get all this crazy shit. Like, it is
Sorry
the
about
biggest
that. I hate
competition.
that.
No, but you know what I mean, though? It is the biggest contest in every way, no matter which way you spin it. The biggest prize purse, the biggest lineup, the biggest, arguably, in the craziest city. You know, like you said, the craziest time constraints. You know, the best eaters, the most pressure. Like, everything about it is 15 out of 10. You know, so it's like everything about it is amplified. And you know damn right, everyone, doesn't matter, Joey, no Joey, who cares? Everyone wants to be on that podium, right? Everyone wants to, and the thing is, you're judged by Nathan's. So, like, you know, you can win every contest of the year. You come last at Nathan's, you're forgotten about. You know what I mean? Like, you're judged on your performance. This country has this weird way of, you're only as good as how many hot dogs you can eat. I respect it. I don't understand it, but I respect it, right?
Steve can tell you a little about that.
What have you done for me lately?
Steve eats a lot of hot dogs. Now, not like that, but Steve eats hot dogs about every day. Now, he truly loves hot dogs.
But I eat them because I like them.
Yeah, he truly likes.
Truthfully, they're a delicacy here. At the start, I didn't get it until I came to New York City for the first time, and there's a hot dog stand, 2 hot dog stands on every block.
Yeah.
You know, hot dogs are a thing here, and
Nathan's are good, but those soubrettes are pretty strong.
I'd be curious to see how many of Steve's quarter-pound hot dogs that he sells you could put down in 10 minutes, because that's a big hot dog. Like,
I sell hot dogs at my gas station.
Yeah,
James, you wouldn't believe. You would if you found out what I did, you'd go, "What the hell?" You know, who's this guy? He's some weirdo. But
is it weirder than eating?
I'm not as weird as you. I didn't say as weird as you.
You see
I'm a weirdo, not like you.
He does.
You're like another level.
We're all.
He does just like you. He does what works, and it works well. You know, one thing you got to realize is Steve's business. He's got a service station and a barbecue supply house, and he cooks barbecue. But he's been there for 42 or 3 years. 43 years.
Can I just say, this scenario you're painting right now, the kind of against the grain hustle mentality, that's what I love about this country. In this country, it doesn't matter what you do. Everyone, don't be a criminal, obviously.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter what you do, that everybody respects your hustle, you know? And that's why I came to this country. This country, like, I would kiss the floor if they would let me stay. Like, I love this place. Like, it doesn't matter if you have a gas station or you know, you're a trash man or you eat food or whatever you are. The fact that you're hustling, making your own money, and you have your own like measure of success, everyone respects it, you know? Whereas like in Australia, everyone's like, oh, you don't have a corporate job? What are you doing? You know, like, you don't wear a suit to work, or you're not a tradesman. Like, what are you doing? You know, that scenario you just painted is why I love this country so much. Yeah.
I can.
You know what I mean? Exactly. You know it.
I can.
Dude,
there
I
you
gotta
go.
tell you, talking with you tonight has been just a huge inspiration to me personally. Like, you don't know anything about me or anything like that, but basically,
By the way, his name is Cameron, and I'm Pete.
Hey, I'm Cameron. but like, dude, literally a week ago, I left my career of 10 years to do social media and what I love full time, right? Like, but listening to you and how you approach it and the passion behind it, dude, it's an inspiration to me. Like, you've got me fired up. Like, I thought I was fired up before tonight. Like, I'm ready to go like make some content right now. Like,
I appreciate that. Thank you.
James, you're the best. you're the best, buddy. We appreciate you so much for being with us. You will see me again in Knoxville next year, and then you will see me again in Coney Island because next year I will be there. Front row. I might even, if you would allow me, I will even be your spotter. I will stand in front of you, and I will be your spotter. And I will delve in the spit and the hot dog debris and everything. I will just
the
love
splash zone, right in the splash zone. That's
right
true
in the
passion.
splash zone. Be like at a Gallagher concert. At a Gallagher concert.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the opportunity.
I got to say too before you go, it truly was a great. Steve and I and Cameron, we get a lot of people, but you're inspiring more than I've ever seen, and I love it, man. Yeah, and I will have one of your shirts. I will have one of your shirts. I will be wearing one.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the opportunity. It's been a blast. I really appreciate you guys putting up with me.
Hey, good luck in DC. Okay, let's get 70
Thank you
donuts.
So much. Have a great day, guys.
See you, James. James Webb from Australia, Major League Eating, ranked number 3 in the country, and what just a super.
Oh, amazing!
Super,
just a ball of fire. I'm
super
seriously,
good guy.
Just like fire.
I don't know how y'all felt, but
He's
he had me just so pumped up. I'm just thinking, man, the enthusiasm, the mindset, and the fact that, hey, you heard? I mean, if I could live here, because he sees so much competitiveness.
Yeah,
and I love that he's a competitor. I mean, he's real competitive.
We'll be right back. All right, we're back. Cameron's about ready to run through a brick wall, I assure you. Was he great or was he great?
He was fantastic.
Awesome. Hey, with Cameron, we're going to get to you, and we will be with you as long as you will be with us because we love doing this. The teams for the Ooltewah Barbecue Brawl coming up Saturday at June 6th. That's this Saturday from 10 and 11 till 4. The teams are the Thack Shack, Soul Q, Chatterbox, Hillbilly Barbecue, Coal Fire Barbecue, Heath Jordan Barbecue, Redeemer Church. I think it's St. James Church of the Redeemer Barbecue team. These guys, it's the first time they've ever done anything like this, and they have been ringing my phone off the hook with questions. They are going to have so much fun, and you're going to have so much fun visiting their tent. Game Day Social.
Yeah.
From
also a first
Cambridge Square
on this one.
Pete and his buddies. And Smoking Goat Barbecue. Jeff Maxwell will be there as well. And we are looking forward to seeing everybody. Let's see. Let's do this. Hang on. It's time for the Dad Bod Restaurant Review. Did Cam eat at your place? Let's find out with Cameron Parker. All right, it's time for Cameron Parker. Was he an inspiration to you, Cameron?
Oh, absolutely.
Because y'all do the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, and it just watch, I love the whole mindset he had, which is, F everybody else. This is what I want to do. Guys, we live one time. We get one shot at this deal.
I mean, the money he spends on plane tickets.
I actually, listening to him, I was comparing him to you. I really was to what you do to what he does, and I'm thinking to myself, you got to step your game up, Cameron.
I know. I'm behind now, way behind the curve.
I'm serious. I mean, this guy's passion and all this, man. And you've got your view, like you asked him. Here's where I want.
Yeah.
Hey, you got to get that can hat.
That's a fact. I love it. I definitely got to have a hat.
You had a big week. I thought, Cameron, serious talk. I thought some of these reviews were some of the best you've ever done.
Really?
I guess being more free with time. Maybe you look at things a little bit different now.
Absolutely.
But I could tell. Let's start with where we ended last week with the Tallow House. that story in Cleveland is just
And it's
getting
an
bigger
ongoing
and bigger
story.
and bigger. It's unbelievable.
I got a message. I get messages every day now from Cleveland, and it's people sending pictures of the line. And I got a message, I think 2 days ago, from a guy. Line was out the door. He waited 90 minutes in line to get that food, and then he messaged me back after. And he messaged me while I was in line, and I'm like, oh my God, I hope you love it, dude. Like, I really do. And yeah, he's like, worth every minute of the wait. Like, it's incredibly good.
We're going to go there, but not until we figure out what their regular schedule is going to be, and we don't have to wait.
Well, whatever the schedule is going to be, it doesn't matter. Just go 30 minutes early. Another friend of mine who is starting to do some reviews and stuff around town, Matt, he went yesterday and he got there 30 minutes before open, and there was already 40 people in line.
Yeah,
so
that's what I mean.
Just go early and be prepared to wait. And enjoy it. Like the guy, Nathan, that runs it, top-notch guy who has spent a lot of time perfecting this craft.
Well, he's got it going on. That's the Tallow House up in Cleveland. Your next one, first one of the week, was Countryside Cafe, one of mine and Pete's most favorite places. Very historical family in the Ooltewah area.
That's what I've heard.
They've touched that family has touched the lives of anybody here in Ooltewah that's lived here for any length of time, whether it be providing food for weddings, funerals, bar mitzvahs, you name it, they provided food for it. And even for some of my stuff. It's old country style food. I know what you mean. The okra, you gave it 6.5.
Well, yeah, a little chewy. I mean, and look, overall, like the place is nostalgia. It's good. It's a good place. I think there's been a lot of difficulty just from what I've talked to with some people and everything that were close to that situation, over the years. Mm-hmm. With the passing of, I guess it was the patriarch of the whole deal here, I guess a couple of years ago.
It was Marlene's husband, Ponder. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And, but the one thing that I noticed in all the comments is they're pretty consistent that the countryside of yesteryear was way different than it is now, but they still go and they still support them because of just that impact that they've had in the community as a whole, and that's what I love about places like that. It transcends the food itself into the community. And that's what makes it good. A lot like couches for me. Couches to me, you saw my
very comparable.
Very comparable.
Very comparable, yes.
They are a community staple. Mm-hmm. The food is cool. Cool. They have food, but more importantly, they've been here for 80 years. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
Steve, wait till Steve's got 80 years in on there.
I'm working on it.
He's working on it. He's on his way toward there.
That's right.
Don't think that's out of the realm.
Don't over think that's halfway. Out of the realm.
103.
Hey.
Mac and cheese 6.2, and I know what you mean. Mashed potatoes, it starts getting good. The mashed potatoes 8.5.
Those are better. Those are much
meatloaf
better.
8.1.
Yeah.
The Coca-Cola cake,
I learned something on that whole deal.
Coca-Cola cake has nothing to do with Coca-Cola.
I know, but nobody told me that.
It's a sugar. Well, it's just a sweetener.
So what it is, I've heard is, the Coke itself is the sweetener, and then the soda helps with the fluffiness and the moistness of the cake and everything. Yeah. Here I am. She's talking to me about this Coca-Cola cake, and I'm expecting a little bit of a Coke taste in there, and I'm like, I'm excited about this. And I'm just like, this is a dang chocolate cake.
But it makes it real chocolatey. It
was good. It was and look, I don't eat a lot of chocolate, but it was good.
Yeah. And the red velvet cake, you gave it a 9.2.
Mm-hmm. Very
and
good.
You know what I thought was pretty stand-up of you didn't rate the banana pudding because you don't like banana pudding anywhere.
Yeah, I'm not. If it's something that I know I'm not going to enjoy, I'm not going to rate it. I mean,
there's some things
I'm
I
not
just don't
qualified
understand.
to rate it.
And I don't understand in this life how you cannot like banana pudding, but
it probably has something to do with the fact.
That's between you and your Lord.
Yeah, so it probably has something to do with the fact that I don't like bananas.
At the pearly gates, he may say, "Hold up, Mr. Parker.
Hey,
hold up, just
there
one.
was one real qualifier, and
just
you missed it.
Just one. Hold up 1 minute. Remember that?
I like banana pudding without bananas in it. Banana pudding with the little round, with everything in there the way it needs, sitting on and soaking. But I don't want whole bananas.
Now, as somebody who doesn't like bananas or doesn't like banana pudding, I mean, you saw the review on Shuford's. Theirs changed my mind. Like that was different. That's a whole different thing.
I love banana pudding. All right. Let's see. Let's see. There was a barbecue. The barbecue brawl video was the next one. Wired Coffee Bar.
Yeah.
You went down there. And
Yeah.
I have yet to be in that one.
It's really cool, and I loved it because the inside's really nice, but the outside between the two sections of building there, is where they have their patio, and they got some really nice tables with umbrellas and stuff. Really cool spot, especially in the mornings right now while they're still like tolerable before it gets like crazy hot and stuff. It was really a nice place to be.
Your boy hooked on minis joined in the conversation.
Yeah. What's up?
Good home cooked meal is not fast food. It fills your tummy. That's right.
That's right.
The quiche
is a crustless quiche.
I thought that was pretty. It took a man to review quiche, but that's okay.
That's
delicious. All right. We still love you. 10.10 though. 10 out of 10. You must be a quiche expert.
Look, well, so I love eggs. All right, eggs are a big thing for me, and just the thing about those, like egg bites and stuff like that, the texture a lot of times can get really rubbery, and stuff like that. If you've ever had them from Starbucks, those are hot garbage. Like I'm just telling you.
Well, they don't really use eggs. They use that.
Yeah, they're using some powder puree thing or whatever.
I'm going to admit, I do like quiche. I just call it egg casserole when I eat it.
but I'll tell you, the consistency on these was perfect.
And you gave the vibe. You rated the vibe 9.7. Good for you.
Yeah,
I'm going to go down there and see, Lisa. I haven't been in that one yet.
Yeah,
they just remodeled. They remodeled that whole thing. It was a real dump, and they've remodeled it. A great job. It's beautiful.
I could absolutely see myself taking the laptop there, setting up, and just chilling out for an hour and a half, and working.
Yeah. You got the blueberry muffin too, and some coffee.
Yeah.
The
blueberry muffin was the coffee. That's
right. Blueberry muffin coffee.
Blueberry muffin coffee.
Yeah. You took the bride. You took Mariah there too, didn't you?
Yeah, that's a new series that the two of us are doing together. We're just hitting coffee. She's the real coffee expert. I just I like sugar drinks with a hint of coffee, and that makes me happy. So yeah, I'm taking her along to give the real objective opinion, and me, I'm just there for the sugar and the milk.
Brent Hilliard says, "Hook me up, and I'll review the banana pudding in local eateries." Los Mitch Mexican food.
Yeah.
Chips and guac, 7.6.
Yeah.
Was that a case? Was it quesadilla?
There's a quesabirria.
Yeah, quesabirria. Tell me the difference.
So birria tacos are basically like a pot roast, right? That you cook in this very specific consomme, and they get down to like just shredded up. And so those go in, and what you do is you take your corn tortilla, you dip it in the consomme, then it goes onto a skillet, and you're kind of frying that out. You put your meat on there, and you'll put some cheese, like a Oaxaca cheese, typically some cilantro and a little onion, and then fold it over. But it all kind of melts together, almost like a quesadilla. So when it melts all together like that, you get a quesabirria taco, and then you dip it in the consomme, and man,
good.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Whatever it was, you gave it a 9.2, and it looked like it deserved it.
And you would never know that place was there if you didn't already know it was there.
Yeah, and that the sixth video you did was your random meeting video with the guy at a gas station.
Oh yeah,
at a gas station.
Where was I? Was that at a Quick Trip or? I think it might have been at a Weigel's.
Cool people like that. Cool people only hang out at my place.
That's right. That dude was awesome. Mike, he's awesome.
He's good. He's a good guy. He stayed all morning. He's great. You go to the Varsity and order a hamburger?
Well, that's what I always had as a kid.
Really?
Got the burgers.
You didn't get a hot dog?
Oh well, okay. Now here, all right. So here's the deal.
Walking naked.
Running
naked.
I will tell you guys what happened with the hot dogs. I was embarrassed at the fact that I had already had a Frosty, a double cheeseburger with bacon, and onion rings. I literally went back and got 2 chili cheese dogs that I ate, but I didn't film it because I was like, God, these people are going to think I'm the biggest fat ass on the face of the planet. So I didn't film it, but yes, I did have 2 chili cheese dogs.
But you know what I liked about that video? You telling the background of how you loved it when you were a child.
Yeah.
How you went there when you were a kid. You gave the burger a 6.8, which is just average. It's okay.
Yeah.
But it didn't matter because it brought home this rush of memories.
That's right.
And this rush of nostalgia for you that you could tell like you were in like a happy place.
Yeah, it was that connection point. Like immediately when I walked through the doors, I remember being my son's age and he was with us. And I remember walking through there and getting food before a baseball game or just any particular reason we were downtown. Like Dad was adamant, we're going to the varsity. And it was great.
Real quick app update. Where we at?
Yeah, so incredibly close now. Man, I have been pulling all-nighters working on this thing. The technology I thought had me whipped, but I think I just whipped it. I'm in the final bugs right now. If I can have a good couple of hours after this broadcast, I may even be able to get this to a point where I can submit it for review. So fingers crossed, all goes well. I'm going to be releasing this thing by the end of the week.
Boy, if you could release it before
that's kind of my goal. I would love to have it released before Saturday.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Then we'll conclude. We'll cut this off at the feed downtown on Main Street. Everything you ate there, you gave good.
Nothing.
Good marks.
There was nothing, bad. I mean, I didn't love the smash burger. Okay, my daughter got the smash burger. I tried it as well. She was the first one that looked at me and was like, Dad, there's something off about this. And what it was, I think, was that the sauce was so overpowering, you literally couldn't taste the meat, like at all.
Mm-hmm. You got a 6.8.
Yeah, didn't love the smash burger, but the short rib pot roast, that was the star of the show. My wife got that. I should have listened to her. She said to get it. I didn't. Wish I had. It was good. Very good.
Fried green tomatoes, 8.9.
Yep, which apparently
pork. You must love pork chops.
I do like pork chops. Yeah. I love pork chops.
You've done it. I think this was the third pork chop video I've seen.
Love pork chops?
I don't like pork chops.
Oh, I love
really?
I
love a pork chop.
They're like leather. I never can get them. I never can get them cooked right.
I cooked them pork steaks. You know how tender
the pork steaks were good. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean tender.
Yeah. I mean when they're cooked properly, a pork chop is as good as a top tier steak. I mean it's good when they're done.
Let's don't go crazy now. Tell me about their hush puppy.
10 out of 10 was incredible. It had the best.
Did it have onion in it? Did it have little specks of onion in it?
So this one had some cheddar cheese and jalapenos in it.
Okay,
and,
no onions in it?
I don't think there was onion in it. I would have loved it with some onion in it if it didn't. Yeah. But yeah, I'm just like the outside was perfect. The inside, you break it apart, steam comes out moist. I mean, there wasn't any grainy bits to that whatsoever. Like it was awesome.
Well, it was a good week. You real thorough, especially the Countryside Cafe. You took a little extra time with that one.
Yeah.
And I thought that was good. That was enjoyable.
Yeah. I knew that, staple of the community, I want to give them, as much time as I feel like I can. Like it's good stuff.
I think people appreciate that too. Everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Don't forget this Saturday at Cambridge Square, 11 till 4, the 2026 Barbecue Brawl brought to you by our state representative, Greg Vital, by County Commissioner Jeff Eversole, County Commissioner Steve Highlander, the good folks at Cambridge Square. We've got 9 teams competing for $4,000 and a prize purse. Thanks to 1885 for hosting the judges area. We've got 9 judges. 10 or 11 judges will be there, so some can rotate in and out. And the big news today, I just got my accountant, Bob Frost, will be there to count the scores. So they will be super accurate by a CPA. And that's important. We laugh and we smile about that, but that's a very important part of the contest is you want to get it right. And to get it right, you got to have an accountant count the points.
Look, I got to be honest with you. I was talking to Rondell earlier, and I'll say this for any competitors that are listening. I'm a host. I'm not a judge, so I am perfectly susceptible to bribery at this point. Let me try your food, and I will put in a good word.
Smith Perry Berries checking in says we got about a week or so left of strawberry season. They would love to see us out at the farm.
Yeah.
I already got mine and have already.
Did you?
Yeah, got them all put up and put in my freezer. And
there you go.
they got the best strawberries there is. I
And-
mean, they're
and
amazing.
where is
Aubrey's
that?
strawberries are everywhere.
Man,
All the
yeah.
restaurants downtown, everybody's using Aubrey's strawberries. Aubrey's
Where,
strawberries.
where is Smith Perry Berries? Where is that?
Straight up Ooltewah, Georgetown Road. Straight up crossover Mahan Gap.
Is that
Keep
the one on the
going.
right after Mahan Gap?
Well, yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the
gotcha,
big
yeah.
barn and the fields on the left.
Yeah. Okay, I know where that's at. I live.
That's where the sunflowers are, where the tulips are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I live 5 or 6 minutes from there. I definitely need
Yeah.
to get up there and check that out.
Great
before
guy.
they're out of season.
Gentlemen, thank you so much. We appreciate it. James Webb. I know you're still tuned in. Thank you so much for giving us your time. I know you're a busy guy, and we appreciate it very much. Next Tuesday, you'll be watching as we recap the barbecue brawl
It's
contest
going to be fun.
and talking about all things barbecue. Don't forget, in your spare time, head on out to Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply in Ooltewah and to Steve Ray's Midnight Oil for all your automotive needs. It's a fun place to be and a fun place to do business, I promise you. Until next Tuesday night, I bid you a very farewell.